Hello, children. It's Bible story time with Auntie Tandy. May Jesus help you to remember all the lessons you learn about Him and His people. Don't forget, Jesus loves you.
I don't know if you remember, but when Jesus had been teaching about the parable of the sower, he was sitting in a boat. They were by the seaside, and it was better for him to be on the boat far away from the people, so everybody would be able to see him. He had taught all day long. Finally, some of the people went home. It was now evening time. What's evening time? A time when it's going to be dark. It's going to be night time. We get ready to sleep at evening time. Jesus said to his disciples, friends, let's take the boat, all of us get in, and let's go to the other side of the sea. Other little boats also went and followed Jesus and his disciples as they were in their boat. Jesus was tired, so he got into the back of the boat and he was nicely, peacefully fast asleep, finally resting from his work. But then something happened. Something began. The wind started blowing, and there was a big storm. The boat started rocking up and down, and it would go down and dip under the water, and water from the sea was going in. The boat was going to sink. The water was too heavy. The boat was going to sink. What can we do? Can we get the water out? But they couldn't get much water out. More was coming in, and the waves were so high. It was scary. They were going to die. How scary. They were trying everything to save their lives. And then they realized, wait a minute. With all of this loud wind and the sail of the boat going whack, 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 as the wind blew it, I actually don't know what sound it made, but I can imagine it's like when I hear a flag waving in the wind. All of that noise and all of us shouting, let's get some more, let's get some buckets, try and push it out. Oh, Jesus was asleep through all that noise, through all the boat going this way and that way. Jesus was asleep. Someone had to go wake him up. So they went and they said, but how can you sleep? Don't you care that we're dying? Don't you care? What do you think the answer was? And I know many of you know the answer. Jesus always cares. Even when things are bad, Jesus cares. Even when your aunt or your uncle is dying, Jesus cares. So we'll find out later, next time, what Jesus said to them. He cares. But it was scary. Very, very scary. I've seen men who are scared. We had a visitor who came from Zimbabwe. Now in Zimbabwe, there's no beach. They're right in the middle of the continent. Not in the middle, but they're surrounded by other countries. Here in Cape Town, we live right by the beach. So I've been to Robben Island on a boat quite a few times, and I've taken my older children on a boat. So I'm used to them. But the visitor had never been to the ocean. He had never been on a boat. The boat we were on started rocking and chirping and twirling and dipping and going up and down. It was quite windy. I wasn't scared. The boat's captain wasn't scared, but the man was very scared. I felt so bad for him. This was supposed to be a treat. But he was too scared. He really thought we were going to die. But we weren't scared, and we did care. So, children, let's see how Jesus' story ends with the boat, the big storm, the very, very scared and tired disciples, and Jesus who just slept. Even though there was lots of noise and movement and shouting and waves and water. How could he stay asleep? But the men marveled, saying, "What manner of man is this, that even the winds and the sea obey him?" Matthew 8, verse 27.